Hi guys, and welcome to Pirate Hunter Trafe. On Tuesday, One Piece chapter 1081's entire summary spoilers were made available, bringing with them some simultaneously heartbreaking and relieving solutions. Even though it has been reported that Trafe has been beaten, there is a bright side to this setback. The struggle between Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp and former Admiral Aokiji, now known as Kuzan, was also thrillingly described in One Piece chapter 1081. Full summary spoilers. Although the original spoilers stated that they didn't choose a winner, it appears that this isn't the case based on the language of the full summary. Join us in today's video as we thoroughly dissect One Piece chapter 1081. We are going through a lot now that we have the complete synopsis for chapter 1081 spoilers. Let's dive right into it because so much amazing stuff is occurring in this chapter. Where the previous chapter ended, this one picks up. Hibari is frozen when Kuzan appears. After Kuzan goes to face Garp, Koby rushes to assist her. He's not with the other Blackbeard pirates. The chapter claims it starts where the last one ended, so let me briefly recap what had transpired before moving on. Sword had arrived in Hachinosu in an effort to save Koby, who the Blackbeard pirates had captured. Hibari was there using the sniper rifle that Vegapunk had given her, which had the power to transform the Blackbeard pirates' bullets into flowers. It makes sense that Kuzan would emerge and freeze her in order to free up the cover fire and other equipment. However, Garp also appeared and dealt Hachinosu a galaxy blow. I believe that immediately following that, Kuzan, who we weren't aware was currently on Hachinosu because we hadn't seen him, appeared. He was only visible in the flashback while Blackbeard was speaking to Koby, but now he is here and engaged in combat with Garp, his former teacher. Will you be able to kill your former #1 apprentice to save your current one? Kuzan asks. I enjoy how you always did what you wanted to do. I'm now following Teach because I'm doing the same thing. Then Garp continues, I thought I taught you to live in the present. A flashback occurs. It happened on a certain island 1 year after the battle between Kuzan and Akainu in Punk Hazard. A portion of the Blackbeard pirates descend on the island and encounter some of their frozen nakamas, Doc Q, San Juan Wolf, and Vasco Shot. Kuzan is there when the Blackbeard pirates go into a tavern. They socialize while drinking. Teach hears Lafitte urging him to assassinate Kuzan and seize his power for the crew. When Kuzan hears that, he becomes enraged and prepared to fight them. Teach, though, expresses regret for Lafitte's remarks and invites Kuzan to join him. Teach queries Kuzan concerning the man who has a burned scar because it appears that the man still possesses the road poneglyph. According to legend, the man with the burned scar sails on a black ship and can summon whirlpools to submerge his adversaries. While we are both talking about him, we notice the outline of a ship. We had no idea about this, so it's crazy, at least in my perspective, or it's like the super popular opinion at this point. They are adding more lure to the man with the burn mark, aka Saul. Whirlpools, though, indicate that Saul either already had this devil fruit or acquired it after leaving Ohara. And because this is the first devil fruit we have seen that can affect water, it is one of the most important devil fruits we have ever heard about. Maybe I'm mistaken, perhaps we've already seen someone else. A character can probably manage water similarly in a play, movie, video game, or other medium. However, this has already been seen in canonical straight-up manga continuity, and I had assumed that Imu, the Gorosei's shadow leader, would be the only one with such a power. She definitely has control over water with her devil fruit skill. Shiryu then speculates that maybe that man with the burn scar is employed by the global government. It won't come as a surprise if the global government carries a road poneglyph about to deter smugglers from getting to the One Piece. Kuzan says, maybe I'm that man? I deny knowing anything about that man. Sincerely, Ohara is where I have the sole memory of the poneglyph. I would have remembered it if I had seen a red stone there. The fact that Kuzan does know who the man with the burn scar is, Jaguar D. Saul as I said, and that Kuzan was directly responsible for Saul's survival, in my opinion, shows that he is either in Sword or isn't actually associated with Blackbeard. He believed that he had killed him by freezing him, but because he managed to get away from Ohara, it appears this was not the case. Of course, there is a chance that Saul was able to live naturally, but given that Kuzan allowed Robin to live and depart, why didn't he do the same for Saul? So yes, he is certain about it, and Kuzan is a good man. He's merely conducting some covert operations here. The real query is if Garp is aware. Although I'd like to believe Garp is aware of what is happening and is merely trying to maintain the illusion that everything is normal, I could be mistaken. Perhaps Garp is unaware of Kuzan's extensive covert operations. Since this supports the idea that Kuzan and Akainu negotiated pre-fight agreements before their fight on Punk Hazard, perhaps only Akainu knows. It was something along the lines of winner becomes fleet admiral, but loser then goes underground and infiltrates a Yonko crew. I mean, was Kuzan's attack on the Blackbeard pirates merely a coincidence? Since it appears from reading this that he discovered them rather than the other way around. After the flashback is over, Garp versus Kuzan resumes. Similar to how he did with Whitebeard at Marine Fort, Kuzan uses his attack Ice Ball against Garp. However, Garp quickly breaks detention. After declaring, "Those who hesitate are weak," Garp grabs Kuzan's head and launches a new attack, Fall to the Ocean Floor, Blue Hole. Kuzan's whole body is smashed, and Garp uses his hand to rip the ground apart. Kuzan collapses to the ground with his entire body. That's crazy. Then, we knew Garp was capable of doing this after all. Aside from Imu, he was, in my opinion, very much the one above all in the One Piece verse at one point in time. So even at 78 years old, I'm not shocked that he's simply obliterating Kuzan. Of course, the conflict will continue after this. Kuzan will undoubtedly stand up, and what will happen after that is anyone's guess. However, it's possible that Kuzan will tragically kill Garp as opposed to Blackbeard. Then we cut to Winter Island, where Trafe has been overthrown. Teach is struggling to breathe and has blood on his face as he mulls over his next move. What should I do with his strength? He asks, should I use it, or should I sell it instead? Given that I believe Blackbeard has a plan for everything, I wonder if he is saying this to the audience. Theoretically, Teach could be utilizing Trafe's devil fruit, the Ope Ope no Mi, to carry out its final operation, the Perpetual Youth Surgery, enabling Blackbeard to live forever. Of course, that needs to be discussed or hinted at here, but I do believe it will. Regarding selling it, that's also an intriguing development because we know that in the flashback with Corazon and Trafe, it was valued at around 5 billion berries, comparable to Roger and Whitebeard bounties. Because of this, Blackbeard appears so confident even after Kuzan warned him that he might sell it or swap it for his joining the world government and having Hachinosu become an independent country. Teach is aware of this if he is using Koby and the Ope Ope no Mi as negotiating tools. I also don't see the global government rejecting this agreement. Back to the story, Beppo observes what is happening to his captain, takes the unique medication that Chopper provided him after that, this drug enabling Beppo to change into Sulong form. In Sulong form, Beppo looks fantastic. He resembles a giant polar bear. In one full-page panel, Beppo Sulong is depicted. This is extremely cool. It appears that Beppo has his version of the Rumble Ball that allows him to transform into his Sulong form, which is important. Before Teach can steal Trafe's power, Beppo assaults him. Beppo then drags Trafe into the water in a broad stretch. The rest of the Heart Pirates are laying on the ocean floor, and we can see that the polar tank has been destroyed. The narrator states, Pirate Trafalgar Law and his Heart Pirates have been defeated at Winter Island in the New World. Does this imply that Trafe will survive because Beppo throws him into the water? However, he is learning too late that the polar tank has been lost, leaving him somewhat stuck. At that time, Beppo really couldn't do anything unless he was so strong in his sulong that he could swim like a boat. However, I don't believe the Blackbeard pirates will simply permit him to do that. What use did this serve other than to defeat Trafe so that Blackbeard can rob his poneglyph if Trafe does manage to escape with his devil fruit? But wow, if Trafe gets away with being pillaged, it just kind of lowers the stakes. But I don't want to react prematurely, the panels have not yet come out. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Please hit like if you enjoyed the video, people. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next.